Hi, I'm Ali Haddad. I'm 68 years of age. I lived in Dublin for 45 years and I've been homeless for the last 3 months. This is my story. Yeah, I came in 1976 as a student, as an aviation student in Aer Lingus in a boarding school. After 6 months English studies, I started the technical aviation school. Unfortunately, things didn't work as I would have liked to, so I got stuck, and because my grant was cut off when I left school, I had to work any work at all. Although I was a qualified engineer, I had to work as a kitchen porter and working takeaways and other cheap labor, underpaid labor situations. However, over the years, I got better employment, better conditions in jobs, was paid a little bit better. I tried my own venues, the sculpture, which is my hobby. And then something happened. I was arrested for not having an ID on me, and that triggered a whole chain of difficulties for me.
Right.
I have been in trouble ever since. I could not restart my life. Although I took a job as chef in Turamor, that didn't work. It didn't work so well either. Because of the employer not paying taxes, my rights weren't respected. As a matter of fact, ever since I came to this country, I have not had one paid holiday, not even one. In 45 years,
Wow.
35 years working, I have not had one paid holiday.
And were any of these employers paying your tax and stamp for you?
There were only two of them, Grain Bear of Abrakbabra and Liam O'Dwyer of the O'Dwyer Group.
So,
They're the only two that
and the
paid.
people that were employing you and that weren't paying any social insurance contributions, were they Irish, or were the other foreign people maybe taking advantage of you? It's just a question.
There was one Irishman, the rest were foreign.
They were foreign.
Yeah, they were mainly foreign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they exploited you basically.
It's exploitation. Yeah.
Yes, bro. So, so you've jobbed basically for years. Under your mark of skill, you've had to wash dishes, and for a man who's a qualified engineer, you had to do a lot of humble jobs. Really.
Humble jobs, yeah. But it didn't stop my employers seeking my help whenever they met difficult technical situations. I bailed out so many employers. I saved them a lot of money.
Yes, bro.
With my technical capacities, I solved problems for them. I didn't get a penny for it. Hardly thank you. They took it for granted because I was working for them.
Yes.
I could do these extras.
And tell me, Ali, you don't have any addictive issues, do you?
Yes, one,
Okay, it's all.
minor one. Poker machines.
Poker machines, I see, brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little about that? Because some people don't understand how destructive that can be. They think, oh, it's only gambling a little, but do you want to talk a little about that?
Well, I would like to warn people that haven't gone near them. It's as addictive as any strong drug.
Right.
As a matter of fact, it's a drug. When you are gambling, the excitement releases a drug called dopamine, I think.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Endorphins and dopamine.
In the whatever it's called,
Yes.
it's a drug. So we seek it. That's why you go back. We know it's a brick wall. You keep headbutting it. The result is the same. So
Well, thanks. That's very honest of you to own that, because you don't have any obvious addictions.
except for this one,
Except-
the rest,
Yes.
the rest is just pleasure. But it's here today, next day,
It's gonna be
normal.
temporary stuff.
Yeah, I drink for enjoyment. I smoke a joint sometimes with friends for enjoyment,
Sure.
for the crack. You know, I go to, I used to, anyway, be in the pubs, discos for
Sure,
crack like
Ali.
everyone.
But tell me,
But-
Ali, as a 68-year-old man, you shouldn't be on the street. You're actually homeless right now.
Yeah, I have been for
What's
the
your
last 3 months.
situation? Tell us.
Yeah, my situation is I have applied several times for social welfare, you know, whatever other help the social system can grant me. The only thing I got out of trying for 15 years is free travel pass.
So
I-
you don't get any social welfare? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, yes, I have survived. I do sometimes odd jobs when I could. These last few years, I don't. It's not in me anymore. Physically, I can't paint. I can't remove heavy,
Sure.
shit. So I've survived. Sometimes making sculpture. Sometimes raiding the charity shops. You know, picking bargains, selling them for a few quid.
You'd be flipping some second-hand things just to make a couple of quid.
Yeah, just to make a
Wow.
few quid. And then I cannot deny it. I won't be ungrateful. I have some good friends in Dublin.
Yes.
You know, but from all walks of life. I have
Sure.
one 93-year-old Catholic sister.
Okay.
She helps me. You know, whenever I call to her, she never let me down.
Yes, Ali.
I have an Algerian friend. He owns a restaurant in Port Marnock. Same. Every time he bailed me, I was in court with the state for a silly offense. For 2 years, he backed me up all the way. He paid solicitor, and he was there for me.
Peaceful.
Yeah, I have another friend, a Dublin man, Steve Botley, I think. He always helped me with Bob when I was really stuck.
Right.
Uh,
Ali, let me ask you, brother.
Yeah.
Why do you not stay in the hostel?
Oh, the reason they keep putting me in hostels with young, mostly addicts.
Yes. That's the truth.
Yeah, and I cannot.
You find that environment very difficult.
Yeah, and on top of it, I have the piles. I have an issue with bladder because I am old.
Yeah.
I have to go so often at night to the toilet.
I see.
If I stayed with 5, 6 youngsters, they will kill me before the night is over.
Your
Because I'm disturbed.
dignity and everything is at stake when you're staying in a hostel. You need a little bit of privacy and a little bit of for your dignity. I get that, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I get
So
that.
yeah, but when I sleep roof, I don't have that problem because I don't disturb anybody.
Right.
Yeah, I can go pee, although I don't pee against the wall where I stay because there is private property, children play around there,
Yep.
there is across the road. So I bring plastic container, milk container, and I pee into it in the morning. I take it with me, empty it into
What
gullet.
do you do for food, Ali?
For food, I go to the super-ons, you know.
Yes. You live off them exclusively, do you?
Yeah, although I picked poisoning in one, I don't know which one. I picked
Yeah.
food poisoning once.
Yes.
I'm not going to complain about it. You know,
No,
I didn't pay
noticed
for
that.
it. Then it doesn't
I
happen
know.
all the time. You know?
So tell me,
Yeah.
Ali, is your name on the housing list at the moment?
I have applied several times, but the stumbling block as for social welfare is my registration problem. I haven't registered for the whole length for 5 years
Yes.
because I didn't have the money to pay it. I didn't register, and so that problem keeps showing up every time.
And how much is that registration?
The year the one I paid for was 300. I believe now it's 400 for the first year. I don't know second, third, fourth.
And do you have to pay those back years?
Well, obviously, if I can reapply again,
Yes.
I don't know how to do it. I have to do it online, and
What's
it's all
the problem
confusing.
with that?
It's confusing. I don't know what to. I don't really know where to start. How to start it.
I see.
And I don't do business online. Full stop.
Of course.
So I'm confused with this. How do I do it? I prefer person to person a chat where I can explain the situation, the
Yes.
reasons, and
Of course,
whatnot.
Ali, in the pandemic, that's become really worse.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
and the pandemic worsened everything.
Yes.
Yeah, so I actually was evicted from security. I was doing security for 7 years for an exclusive house in Rasgar while it was being repaired. I did security for 7 years for €50 a year. Every Christmas I got €50.
How many hours did you do?
7 years.
How many hours a week?
Well, I'm there, you know.
Oh, just minding the place. Did you stay
Yeah.
there and sleep there?
Yeah, I stayed and slept there.
And you're telling me they gave you €50 a year?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And you were there as a security man for them?
Yeah, I kept an eye on it while they while they were working.
That was all you received from that?
That's all I received.
And all through that time you fed yourself with your little bits of handiwork?
Yeah, at the time when I was in the caravan, I didn't go near any of the food outlets, you know, like Brother Luke's or Focus. I didn't go near them. I was too shy at the time. I couldn't.
Well, Ali, you've been here 45 years.
Yeah.
You deserve a place, bro. You're a Dubliner like us. You deserve a place. You've been here 45 years in this country, and you are a 68-year-old man. Sir, you should not be out on the streets in this cold. You absolutely should not be on the streets.
Well, I am.
And you're being held back by this registration.
Yeah, that's the main stumbling block. This country meant everything for me in the beginning. That's the reason. After I left school, when I was in school, I intended to go to the States to pursue higher studies in the field of aviation. Since that didn't work out, I had to stay, picked up any job I could get. And after, I fell in love with the country.
Tell me about that, bro.
In Rome, do as the Romans do. I did like the paddies do. I worked hard. I lived in pubs. I had flat like everybody. I had the crack like every Irishman. It meant a lot to me. Unfortunately, there are bad eggs everywhere you go, and they spoiled it.
Sure.
In my old age, after over 35 years of labor, I feel like a squeezed lemon.
Okay. Yes, bro. You feel used almost at this stage.
I have been used, and now I've been discarded like an old shirt.
So used and abused, you would say, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we owe you a little place in this country, bro. I think we owe you a room. I think we owe it to you after 45 years to have somewhere to lay your head at night that you can call your own.
Over the years, I've had many good friends. I've been in their houses. I've been in some of those households. I've been treated like a member of the family. If I ask them at any time to vouch for me, they will be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you have a good reputation around. I get that sense, Ali.
Yeah.
People like you.
Yeah. People know me. I was never shy of putting an effort.
Yes.
I can do lots of things. I can help people in many ways. I don't feel, I'll be honest, I don't feel very optimistic.
Yeah.
I think the world is in a mess. That's personal opinion. People messed it up. It's all about money. The values have gone down the drains. The young people don't respect the old. There is no moral values, apparent to see people.
Yes.
They're discarded. They're not important. It's all about money. How much you earn, and so on.
So, bro, what would be your dream scenario for the future in a realistic way?
Little hut where I could, a roof, small roof over my head, just enough to put a bed and a table, have my tools, and finish my work.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah, that's the most important to me. I don't want to die without, before showing what I can do.
Yes. You've shown me some photographs. It's very creative, some of your woodwork. It's incredible.
Yeah, and that was only the beginning, Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, that was only the beginning, because it's not something I've learned from anyone. I just picked it because I had nothing else to do, and you know, it was also a way of earning a living without going to an employer that abused me again.
Sure, bro. Well, Ali, I just want to thank you very much for talking to me today, so open and candid, and your honesty. You're a good man, you're a good spirit, and I really hope that you get what you need, bro, to get that little roof over your head and give you that warmth and security.
Well, if I do, I'll have to thank you and a few other good people about.
Nothing less than you absolutely deserve, brother.
I must mention there is no shortage of good men in this country.
Yes,
There is few bad eggs. Let's spoil it.
as there are everywhere.
You know.
Ali,
Yeah.
thank you, bro.
You're welcome, and thank you too for having.